There's the riverside. But this is something totally unexpected. I had no idea. There's an island right here, and there are a bunch of goats hanging out on this island. How kind of random is that? Just a bunch of goats hanging out there. That's hilarious. Welcome to Bullhead City. Well, I'm back at my space, Bullhead City. There's a men working sign right there. I normally pulled all the way up to the end, so it looks like they're doing some sort of road work right there. So I'm going to have to see tomorrow if there are going to be a bunch of people working there. I'm still going to park here, but yeah, so we'll have to see. It's always unnerving when you've got this great spot and something happens. Worst case scenario is I can go to the Walmart. I don't know what they're doing. I've still parked here and talked to one of the guys who wanted me to move one day so they could move some tractor equipment, which I did. And I actually took it and went and got the oil changed right there, because I actually had my last RV had some service done at this place here. So I had so I had my oil changed right there, and I'm just glad I got that done. It's actually the first oil change that I've done in this RV, and they looked over everything else, and everything else was fine. So I was in Oatman, or actually camped just outside of Oatman in my last video, and I took my scooter off and I took a drive up into Oatman. Now, I gotta tell you, I've been to Oatman before, and Oatman is one of those places where once you've been there, going back a second time is not a huge thrill. It's a neat little town. It was actually quite a very real mining town back in the day, from the late 1800s into about the 1940s. And from 1915 to about 1941, that little Oatman town, the mining operation there, brought out ores like gold, for instance, to the tune of, modern figures here, $750 million worth of gold and other, precious ores. And now it's a little tourist trap. So, it's kind of quaint to go there and kind of see a little bit of it. There was a motel there that was built original to it that's still there, and you go inside and all the walls are plastered with dollar bills. So I went in the middle of the week. It wasn't super busy, but I'll show you a little bit of that, because if you've not been to Oatman, it's fun to go there once, and if you're never going to get there, you'll see a little bit of it. This is a vintage ghost town, albeit, one that's now basically a tourist trap. This was a major mining town back in the day, from about 1915 to 1941. It says Hollywood movie set, tavern, health club, judge's chamber, doctor, dentist, telephone, assay office, central bank, soda fountain. So it says 100 years it's been all of these things. So it says a Hollywood movie set. So that was apparently built for some Hollywood production. Boy, check out the mountainscape above Oatman. Isn't this just amazing? It's so picturesque. It is just like wild, wild west out here. There's a mine over here. Free Mine Museum. 1897 jail punishment cell. Oh my gosh. 1897 jail punishment cell. Yikes. They would put somebody in there. Holy crap. It's scary. Wow, crazy. Crazy. Check this thing out. It's like a portal to another existence here. I love that. Come on in. Saloon. How fun is this? Oh my gosh. These are all actual real dollar bills. These people. Wow. Vos and Sons. Says the escape room. Jail up there too. Oh, look at that. 1890. Very cool. Wow, there's an actual phone here. I wonder if it works. Nope, doesn't work. Oh, it's closed off up there. Dang. It's Tuesday, so a lot of things are closed. It's not super busy. Last time I was here, it was just jam-packed.
They got it made out there right now with the fresh greenery.
It is very green. I was noticing that.
We've had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
And that's why they won't come to town. Too much fresh green out there. How wild they really are. They come and go as they please. They have not been in town all week.
Really? Yeah, I saw.
Fresh green shit out
Yeah,
there.
I saw a few of them on the way up here.
Yep,
People,
a lot of wild ones out
people
there.
had stopped and were kind of petting him, and
Yep. But that's what it's all about. There's too much fresh greenery out there.
yeah.
They'd rather graze than beg. Thank you guys.
Look at these vintage gas pumps. So cool. It still works. Wow, and check out this safe. Dang. That is heavy duty. Look at the design elements on it. Yeah, totally. That's so interesting, the design elements. World War I was funded partially by the gold out of these mountains. In 1912, Oatman boomed from 1910 to the 1920s. Upwards of 8,000 people lived here. Gold mines were closed about 1942. Miners were needed to mine copper for World War II. That's the connection. Blue Ridge Camp was renamed Oatman in 1909. The 2,400-mile route 66 winds from Chicago to Los Angeles. So this is Oatman Hotel, 1902. This is original. And then I drove back down here, which is only 15 miles away. The cool thing is Planet Fitness, my gym, is right there. It's that white building. And the other thing that I did while I was here, so I went down and I did a little bit of exploring into the city. I mean, I've been here before, so it's not new to me, but I figured I would shoot a little bit of footage just to kind of show you what Bullhead City and Laughlin is like. So Bullhead City is on the Arizona side and Laughlin is on the Nevada side, and so on the Nevada side is where all the casinos are. So the Colorado Bell down there, I think that's closed down. When I was passing through this way earlier, about a month ago or so, well, maybe 6 weeks, I went over there at night and it was all closed down. So there's the Riverside Casino. There's a water taxi. This water taxi is such a bizarre thing. There's literally a bridge just like half a mile from here, but they've got this water taxi that goes across. That's so interesting. But there's a big dam just north of the city called Davis Dam. It's not pretty and interesting like Parker Dam is, but you know, it creates Lake Mojave, and so I figured I would just go up there and kind of look at it really quick and just show you. When the spillway gates at Davis Dam began closing in 1953, a writer compared it to the Hoover Dam, the tallest dam in the world at that time, and called it a dwarf and ugly duckling of the dam family. But to an engineer, or for that matter an American taxpayer, it's a thing of beauty. It does the job it was built to do, and it does it well. Interesting. You can see the pictures of it being built. So yeah, it's actually not a very pretty dam, and you can see it from quite a distance. It's a little scary when you look at it. It's a great big long wide dam. Man, if that thing fails, this whole area is just a goner. So unlike Parker Dam, you know, which is down quite a ways, I don't know, maybe 100 miles, 90 miles, which has a lot of aesthetic beauty, Davis Dam has no aesthetic beauty. It doesn't. It's totally functional. It's all business. The 5 turbines at the Davis power plant generate enough electricity for more than 1 million homes. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that. I would love to go in there. A siren just went off. The people tried to park their car there, and a siren, that white truck, a siren went off, and somebody boomed over a loudspeaker that they needed to move their truck into the parking lot. Wow, scary. So that direction up there, the mountains in the background, and the direction that I'm pointing is how you go up to Kingman. Kingman is up in that direction. It's actually a really interesting drive going up over there. So this is interesting. Look at this. Lake Havasu, Lake Mojave, Lake Mead, Lake Powell. 1 acre-foot equals approximately 326,000 gallons, about the amount of water a family of 4 uses in a year. Wow, that's crazy. Amazing. I tell you though, that when you live in an RV, you are very, very, very aware of the amount of water you use. And I'm sure I use quite a bit less than that. Sort of this big landmark feature up there, just for the heck of it, you know. So that was kind of interesting. And the Colorado River comes through, and it's actually quite pretty at places here. So yeah. So that's another thing I did, was I just drove down and took a look at that, the Colorado River, and you know, the casinos. Once you've seen a casino, you've seen a casino. So